I'm going to try and see if I can get my hands on a better one with a little better connection speed with it that it can handle. But so, guys, I'm essentially for today I'm going to walk you guys through joining my GimKit class. Just hold your hand up, raise your hand in front of the screen, thumbs up, whatever you need to do. If you're going to, oh my goodness, Adrian, yes.
Yep.
So if you guys have ever used GimKit before in one of your classes at school, okay, so Elizabeth has, good. If you haven't, that's okay as well. What I'm going to do is we're going to walk through today. I'm going to get you guys set up in a class within my GimKit, and then we're going to play a little game for practice and just kind of learn how that works and stuff. So let's get into this. If I can let me share my screen to you guys. I cannot get over Adrian's background. It's going to get better every time. I have a feeling that it gets better every time.
I do what I can.
All right, let me. Okay, so what I need you guys to do is let's go to, if you guys will just go to gimkit.com. Here's how you spell GimKit. It's G-I-M-K-I-T, but gimkit.com. What I need you guys to do is create a free account. So you're going to see a page that looks essentially something like this. Somewhere in there, you'll find one. You're going to create a free account. While you guys are creating your account, let me go back here. While you guys are creating your account, I'm going to copy this link onto your Google Classroom page. We can also just put it right in the chat here. I'll paste it in the chat as well. But I'm going to put this on your Google Classroom page, and then we're going to get in here and we're going to join my class. So let me go to my Spanish 2 class, and I'm going to paste this real quick here.
Do I put in that I'm a student?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Let me do that, and then let me paste this in the chat as well. So once you have your account created, you can either go in the chat, click the link, or you can go to your Google Classroom, click the link, and it's going to bring you to, wait. I think I may have just put you guys in the wrong class.
Yeah, I think that was Spanish 1.
Okay, so nobody else clicked the link yet, please. Let me go copy the right link here. Let's go back to chat. So the newest link there in chat, I'm going to change it in Google will.
Was everyone able to create a
There we go.
account so far? Give a thumbs up if you've got your account created. Excellent.
It should go relatively quickly. Elizabeth, if you've used this before, like in your school classes and stuff, well, it won't matter anyway because we're using our personal Gmails here. So just make sure you use your personal Gmail and not your school Gmail account. And then let's go share the screen. Let's go see our group. Let's see. I have 9 on my list for level 2, but we don't have any of us in here, right?
It's actually 8 now. So
8,
now all
okay.
8 of them are here today, so we should
Okay,
get everybody.
gotcha. Let's refresh. Sure. One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, I didn't see Veronica or Elizabeth yet, or Emily.
Yeah. Let me try refresher. So if you guys are having difficulty here, let me do this. If you guys are having difficulties, just like unmute yourself, let me know. Emily, are you in? Or are you getting in the process?
I don't know where.
So Devin, if you join such one, that shouldn't be a problem. I will just go, I can do it at a later time. I'll just go remove you from that class. Just make sure you click the new link and you can join the second one as well. So Emily, if you just copy the link and then open a new window and just put new browser window and just put it into there, paste it, and then it'll take you there. Let me refresh this here. Okay, I got Emily, got Elizabeth, I got looks like Veronica's the only one we need to get. Let me try refresh again. So Devin, I'm going to go do this real quick. I can do this in 10 seconds here. I'm going to go back to just go ahead and remove you from the Spanish 1 class while we're thinking about it. Move, yes. Okay, and you're already back in Spanish 2, so you're good. How you doing, Veronica? You getting there? Unmute yourself and let me know if you have any questions, or click raise your hand button on your computer if you need.
I'm trying to help her right now.
Okay. So you guys have to show me. I've never had to do this, so I don't know how to use like Madison's picture when your video is not up as a cat. How do you do that? You guys have to tell me how to do that. Because if I'm not going to be able to run my video, I got to have at least a good picture of myself.
So
Or
what
some.
I did was in the left bottom corner where it says, you know, where you can mute and turn your video on and off, I went to video
Yeah.
settings and then
Ah.
profile, and you should be able to edit it.
Got it.
And actually, you have a
Nope.
pro account too.
No, I can't.
Oh.
So you're not on a Chromebook, are you, Adrian?
No.
On, yeah. See, Chromebooks can't do the backgrounds. You can't change my profile picture and stuff. I think I can do it, but not like live while we're in meeting. Yet another communication issue between Chromebooks and Macs and PCs and everything else.
Well, it's not the first day of class unless something goes wrong technologically.
Yeah, correct.
Oh
of
my
course.
gosh, John, I
Okay,
just
it looks
saw
like
yours. We belong together. We're next to each other on my computer. It's perfect.
All right, let me close my chat for a sec here. Okay, let's refresh one more time. Yeah, still not seeing her in the. Kaylee, are you? Is there anything I can do to help other than wait patiently?
For what now? I thought I was in.
Who said it? I thought it was Kaylee that said she was helping Veronica.
Oh, no, that
Oh, Elizabeth was.
Elizabeth, yeah.
and Veronica are together right now.
Okay. Okay. I got you.
Sadly, I live.
Okay. Okay.
Veronica, Elizabeth.
Okay, well, let's try to walk through this. Elizabeth, are you guys good?
Hmm?
Are you guys good?
Did you get Veronica set up? Perfect.
Okay, so
Set up for what? Set up for what?
me
I thought you were helping her join the GIM
kit.
room. Oh, you're muted.
I said I helped her join the class. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right. So, I see you give class though. Let me. did you take that link that I put in the chat, put it in a new tab?
Yes, I did.
Okay. You joined?
Yep.
Okay. So
As I am.
Maybe she joined the Spanish one by accident.
it's very possible. Let me.
And it says I'm joined.
Yeah, but I think you may have clicked the first link instead of the second.
Yeah.
I bet you were just, yeah, you did. Okay, so right underneath in chat, there's the second link. Click, copy the second link instead of the first one. And then do it again. Because, yeah. So I'm going to remove you from that class. And then do that process again for the second link. That's my fault for accidentally putting the wrong link in the chat for you. And then let me know when you finish. Just unmute yourself and
All right.
you're good?
Oh, yeah. Thought I was muted.
All righty. All right, we're going to figure it out as we go, right? All right, everybody is here. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, this is our crash course in GimKit. Guys, we're going to use this kind of in conjunction with some Quizlet with our flashcards and whatnot. And we're gonna jump right in here and we're gonna play a little game with this so we can learn how this works. So we're gonna run. One of the things that we're gonna focus on for Spanish 2 is adjectives and how they agree and whatnot. Can you guys give me a just give me a thumbs up on your screen? How many of you guys have like either experience in Spanish with me or with your school's classes you're at in the normal, in the regular world there? How many of you guys have had some Spanish and you kind of have a little bit? So is anybody like is anybody at level 0? Like you've had none whatsoever? I see you, Daniel. Okay. No problem. Devin also, no problem. Hey. So, again, one of the hardest things for me to do with this in when not by weeks, but but what we're going to do is we're going to look at patterns and layering out. So when I say that we're going to, especially if you don't know on kind of what you already understand from the English language, you can apply that and you can do some different stuff. Or the good thing about what we're going to do here today is you can start out knowing 0, and then through a little bit of repetitive process, you begin to pick up clues and you can learn a little bit by little bit, okay? So this is the game that we're going to play. You guys have a set of flashcards, and again, some of you may know some of these words, some of you may not. It's okay. We're going to play a game looks like this. It's going to look like this. So I'm going to preview. I should have done this last time, but I didn't. So on your screen, you're going to see a screen that looks, your screen is going to look like this. You're going to have a question. So the question is, and then you have 4 multiple choice answers. All you have to do is find the correct answer. Anybody know it? Say it for me if you know it.
Red hair.
There you go. That's red-haired. So the correct answer on my screen, we're just previewing here, but if I click that, I got a correct answer. So correct answer, that question was worth $1, so I've earned $1. I'm going to click continue. I'll go to the next question. Same thing, multiple choice question. Boy, no, it's good. I'm going to get 3 or 4 questions right here. So that question was worth $3. I now have 4 total. If I go answer the next one, that is large. The next one, fácil, is easy. The next one, impaciente, is impatient. So I have now, every question that I answer correctly, I get $3 for. So my total is now at $13. If I go continue, if I get a question wrong, Rubio, let's say Rubio is bad, that's an incorrect answer. Now I've lost $1. You can also lose money if you get a question wrong. I have a chance to view the correct answer, and then I can continue and go back. So those questions are going to recycle. You'll see them more than once. So if you get one wrong once or twice or even 3 times, eventually you're going to kind of remember, and you're going to work your way through until you start building up money. Let's get a couple more correct here. Difícil is difficult, and antipático is unfriendly. Okay, so I'm now at $19. Once I've built up a little money, instead of clicking on the continue button, I'm going to go into the shop. In the shop, I have a chance to buy some upgrades here. So money per question, if I click on that, I can now upgrade. So instead of being a $1 question or a $3 question, I can make it so that every question is now worth $5. So next time I answer, I don't earn $3, I earn $5. It costs me $10, but then I can continue answering. You have different levels of questions or power-ups that you can buy. I can buy that, so I'm going to buy it for $10. And now you'll notice that my total dropped back down to 9 because I spent my $10. But now when I get a question right, pequeño is small, I'm earning $7 a question instead of 3. Continue. Let's get another one. Feo is ugly. Getting $7 a question. Let's go back into the shop. We can also do a streak bonus. So if you get 2 questions in a row right, you get a streak bonus. I can buy that. Let's say I want to buy this. My streak bonus is going to be $20. I'm going to buy it for $15. So now I have to get 2 questions right. And every time I get the next question right, I get that extra $20 added too. So alto is going to be tall. So I got $25. I got the original 7, plus I got essentially an $18 bonus there. If I continue again, get another question right, that's going to be good looking. I'm getting $25 a question now, as long as I get it right. But if I get one wrong, let's say, it's not going to give me my bonus, but it's also not going to subtract my bonus. It's only going to take what the original question was worth. Let's go into the Hinte here. Let's go back to our shop. We can do a multiplier. So if I go by a multiplier, it makes whatever that question is worth times, say, 1.5. Or if I bought the level 5 multiplier, it makes every question times 5. So if I answered a $10 question, get it right, it's really worth 50 instead of 10. I also have insurance. So insurance is if you get a question wrong, it won't subtract whatever the money is, the question is worth. If the question is a $50 question and you get it wrong, but you have a 10% insurance, it's only going to subtract $5 instead of 50. You guys are also having to buy some power-ups. So at the bottom here, there's upgrades, but we also have power-ups. So the power-ups, there's going to be a mini bonus, so 1 question only, and it's 2 times whatever the point value is. So if you answer a $1,000 question, and yes, you can get there where your questions are worth $1,000 a piece. If you answer a $1,000 question correctly, you get $2,000 instead of 1. If you do the mega bonus, it's times 5. So if I answered a $1,000 question, it's worth $5,000 if I get it right. How much those cost will change. Right now, I only have $58. So right now, I could buy the mini bonus for $25, and I could buy the mega bonus for $55. But it would take me right back if I get that question right. Now, if I've earned, say I've earned $1,000, the price up here is probably going to be more like $500 or $600 to buy it. This one's probably going to be about $200 or $300 to buy it. So as your money value goes up and how much money you've earned, as those raise, so will your costs. You also have a rebooter. You can once per game, so it makes it, once you've used this, you can only use it once, but if you buy the rebooter, it makes it, you can use it again. You guys also have a chance at the bottom of the screen, you can switch over to themes. Right now my theme is just the default. These are the colors of the screen that you see, the questions and answers and stuff. You can choose different themes if you want, but you have to buy them. You have to earn enough money to buy them. So let's go back here to my questions. And let's say that Gordo is fat and Corto is short and interesante is interesting. So again, once I have started building up money, now you can see that I'm making $25 per question. I've built up a total of $133. You can't do it right away, but once you've built up a little bit of money, take a little bit of time, go into that shop and buy one of your, let's say, money per question. You can change levels. Only the level that's green can you afford. So right now I don't have enough money to buy a level 5. But if I did, that one would be green too. You don't have to buy level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. If you wait until you have enough money, and let's say level 5 opens up, you can jump from level 1 to level 5 as long as you have enough money to buy that. Okay? Now, all of this is sort of random until you get an actual chance to play. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump right into a game here. And we're going to sort of learn on the fly as we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set us up. There are 3 different game types. Right now we're going to run the timed game, and I'm going to run this at 10 minutes. So what's going to happen is you guys are going to compete against each other. So at the end of 10 minutes, whoever has built up the most money wins the game. Okay? I'm going to turn off clean power-ups only. We're going to set this for 10 minutes. I'm going to choose your class for you, UB Spanish 2. And then I'm going to hit, do I want to run power-ups? Yes. I'm going to go ahead and run the music for the first game. And I'm going to go continue. Okay. Now, all you need to do is go in there. When it's going to ask you to click on your name, find your name, which will already be in the class. You just click on it, and it's going to show me that you've entered there. You can also just open a new tab and put that into your new tab. And then your game pin is 73403. All right. So we should have with Dan and there should be, what, 11 of us? We're good. Okay, so I'm going to click the Start Game button. Here we go. Now, on my screen, which is what you see in front of you, you can see the leaderboard. But on your screens, you should see the questions and the answers. As you answer, you'll start to build up money. You can also see the scroll of who's in the lead. If you guys use power-ups, it will run that across the bottom of the screen there so that you can see who's using power-ups. If someone freezes you, you can see. Adrian iced Daniel Carroll. So
I see how it is.
now I, as the teacher, guys, as the person who's running the game, like I said, I can click on the leaderboard on any of your names, and I have things that I can do. So if I feel like Adrian's picking on Daniel, she's frozen him 3 times now. I can click on Adrian's name, and I can freeze her.
No.
Say, hey, wait.
Oh, it's so mean. There's like a little snowflake, and it says, "You've been iced by the teacher."
So the ice is, it's either 20 or 30 seconds. I can't remember. It freezes you so you can't answer your questions. And also, if you guys are struggling with the questions, don't worry about that. We're not worried about any of that yet. We're just trying to see if you can sort of get the hang of how this goes. The questions will recycle, so if you get one wrong, you'll probably see it again later, and hopefully you get it right. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and toggle the music off just because it just kind of plays on a repetitive loop. And again, not always, but every now and then you will see in a game where in your in the shop you can buy different music as well. So they will put from time to time in there different music themes that you can buy if you've built up enough money. So right now, Elizabeth is in the lead with $2,422. The running total in black on the center of the leaderboard is how much we've made as a group.
Oh no.
So I can give you, as the person who's running the game, I can also boost your score at any time. If I click on your name, like I could say, okay, Devin, I'm going to click on Devin's name for a second. I can boost his score by 10%. I can just automatically add 10% to his score. Or if I feel like Elizabeth is way out in front and we need some people to catch up to her, I can reduce her by 10% as well. Keep the game a little even as we go. I will also, from time to time, do this, specifically if we're competing against each other like we are in this game. I will remove the leaderboard by taking my screen off. So you can still see what place you're in, but you can't really see kind of, you just have to focus on off the others, and I can kind of see how you're doing. Anybody want music back? I can run the music. Give me your screen if you want music.
I don't think we can hear the music. I haven't been able to hear it.
like the music. It's a little catchy. Really? Huh. I have to look into that. So let's go back and take a look at that, dude. So we're approaching 3 minutes left. Elizabeth has a commanding lead. Caleb coming on strong. Oh man, Elizabeth's got 35,000. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to catch that. Approaching a minute and a half left. Coming up on about a minute left. If any of you guys haven't yet and you want to try, maybe you go into the shop and buy that 2 times multiplier once and just make one question worth a whole bunch of money. Caleb coming back up the board. "20 seconds. Get those last few questions in. Three, two, one. So then when we finish, so when the game finishes, obviously we have a chance to see kind of what the leaderboard is. Elizabeth had 81,000. Adrian was at 51. Emily was at 25,000. And then we can see on down the line there. So what we can do from that is, obviously, when we finish, you guys are competing against each other. You can see the leaderboard. You know how you're doing. You guys can use some of the power-ups to sort of boost your score. You can also freeze somebody. You can subtract money from their total. You can steal some of their money and put it in your total to sort of help the game be a little more competitive. What I can do from my end is I can click on a report and I can see each of you. I can see like how many questions you answered, how many questions you answered correctly, how many questions we answered as correctly, all the things. So like Adrian, for example, answered 120 questions, 121 questions. She only answered 2 incorrect. Her total was 98%. We can go, so I can see how you guys do individually, or we can see how we do as a group, our collective balance. As a group, we made $222,000. We answered 1,099 questions. We answered 332 incorrect. So as a group, we're at 77%. Are we perfect? No, but we're pretty darn good, especially for the first time going through there. I can look at it by questions and say, okay, we really struggled with this question or that question. See, so Divertido, we only had 19 people answer it correctly. We had 31 people answer it incorrect. So that one, it would be one that we really need to study. Okay. So let's go look at this from, I'm going to do this a little more quickly than I did last time. Let me close this window. So let's go to, let's run this in a different way. I'm going to click the play again. This time I'm going to do this, we're going to make this nice and quick because we're at what, 11:45? Probably need to give you guys a little time here. We're going to try this a second time, but this time we're going to do it as an all-in game. So now instead of competing against each other, we're all competing as a group to reach the total. We're not going to make it $20 million. Let's make it like, I think we could probably do this relatively quickly. Let's make it like $2,000, okay? That'll go pretty quickly. So this is a little less competitive. You're not competing against one another, but we're all in the group together. So every question that you get right adds to the class total. When we as a group have made $2,000 and the game ends, so we just want to see how quickly we can do that. We can also have you guys compete against other classes and see who can get there faster, all that kind of stuff. Let's run this with clean power-ups only. Let me try this one more time. It's going to be the same set. I don't think that I put you guys in the class, so I want to see if you can just put your own name in this time. Let's see if I can get anybody. Adrian's in. So the reason that you guys are typing your name in this time instead of just clicking on your name like you did the last time is because I didn't assign it to your class. If I just run the game without assigning it to a class, you can put your own name in there. You can use nicknames. You can do whatever you want. You could do your initials, like, is that Kaylee, I think. So again, this time when we run the game, we're going to try and build up $2,000 as a group total. So I can go ahead and run this, even though everybody's not in. That's okay as well, because if I start running this, I'm going to go ahead and start the game. If I go run the game, you guys are going to see up in the top left-hand corner is you're going to have that little number there. So if you join late, you just have to find that number and you can put it right in. And again, you can see across the scoreboard, you can see what everybody is, how everybody is contributing. You can see our total, it's already at $509, $535 now. So it starts going a little quicker when everybody's contributing to the same total. Yeah, see, we're already at $1,200. That's going to go really quickly when everybody's answering questions together. We will do times where we set the total of the goal at like $1 million or even 5 million sometimes. So it's going to take you some time. But remember that those questions will recycle. You'll see the same questions over and over and over again. Guys, what this essentially boils down to, there we go, we can see how everybody did. Let me close this screen out and I can see you guys. Soft screen share. Essentially what this is, guys, is this is just another way to do like flashcards. Essentially, that's what's happening there. It's just a different way to do it. You guys have probably, at least in some point in your phase in your life, you guys have used Quizlet or some other online flashcard thing. There's 100 of them out there. This one I use specifically that joins with Quizlet, and that's what we're going to do. Some of those words there that we saw in that practice game are going to be the first set of words that we do with vocabulary. And again, if you guys are starting at square one where you don't have a clue about Spanish or anything, don't be intimidated by that at all, because we're gonna take this from an approach of you don't need to know steps A, B, and C in order to do step D. All we're going to do is focus on learning some words and then figuring out how to use those. A lot of it can be done with common sense and sort of using what you think you know is to be correct, finding patterns in it and that kind of thing. So don't be intimidated if you feel like you don't know what you're doing, because in situations like that, how many guys found, give me a thumb up if you did or didn't, thumbs up or thumbs down, how many of you guys found that like there were questions in there that you didn't know and you got it wrong a couple of times, and then after the third or fourth time you saw the question pop up, you kind of remembered and maybe you were able to get it the third or fourth time? It happens. Like that's the good thing about doing it repetitively. And we can set the time limit. If we're doing a timed game, we can set the time limit for 5 minutes. We can do it for 20 minutes. I can assign it to you guys so that you can do it at your own pace, so that you're not working against the clock. You can do it at your own time. You can do it in the middle of the night if you want. We'll do all of that in lots of different ways. So, anybody have a question? Morning. Let me in the chat your question about. There should be an option to share your computer's audio on a drop down. Yeah, I did see that. And I don't know if I can do that in game, but I did see that, and I'm going to try to play that so you can hear it. Because there's background music. There's when the podium comes up at the end, there's music for the winners. We'll figure all of that. Somebody says want to play again. Anybody have any questions? Unmute yourself. Whatever you need to do. If anybody have your questions about how that works? Like I said. I bring into your Google Classroom your first set of vocabulary. It's going to include some of those very words that we were just practicing with, but also some different things as well. I'm going to go ahead and put that in this week, probably I'll put it in probably tomorrow afternoon. But you guys, when you see that on your Google Classroom, you don't need to start working on anything yet until we meet next time, next Wednesday. If you want to jump ahead and start looking at that, you can, but you don't have to until next week. So we'll keep it pretty low key until we get into it next week for sure.